Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. These are your readings for Grade 8 GTR, Lessons 4, 5, and 6. I'm beginning with the reading for Lesson 4, which is found on the daybook, in the daybook on pages 42 through 44. From Danny, the Champion of the World, by Roald Dahl. You might think, if you didn't know him well, that he was a stern and serious man. He wasn't. He was actually a wildly funny person. What made him appear so serious was the fact that he never smiled with his mouth. He did it all with his eyes. He had brilliant blue eyes, and when he thought of something funny, his eyes would flash, and if you looked carefully, you could actually see a tiny little golden spark dancing in the middle of each eye. But the mouth never moved. I was glad my father was an eye smiler. It meant he never gave me a fake smile because it's impossible to make your eyes twinkle if you aren't feeling twinkly yourself. A mouth smile is different. You can fake a mouth smile anytime you want, simply by moving your lips. I've also learned that a real mouth smile always has an eye smile to go with it. So watch out, I say, when someone smiles at you with his mouth, but his eyes stay the same. It's sure to be a phony. My father was not what you would call an educated man. I doubt he had read 20 books in his life, but he was a marvelous storyteller. He used to make up a bedtime story for me every single night. And the best ones were turned into serials and went on for many nights running. One of them, which must have gone on for at least 50 nights, was about an enormous fellow called the Big Friendly Giant, or the BFG for short. The BFG was 3 times as tall as an ordinary man, and his hands were as big as wheelbarrows. He lived in a vast underground cavern, not far from our filling station, and he only came out into the open when it was dark. Inside the cavern, he had a powder factory where he made more than 100 different kinds of magic powder. The Big Friendly Giant makes his magic powders out of the dreams that children dream when they are asleep, he said. How? I asked. Tell me how, Dad. Dreams, my love, are very mysterious things. They float around in the night air like little clouds, searching for sleeping people. Can you see them? I asked. Nobody can see them. Then how does the Big Friendly Giant catch them? Ah, my father said, that is the interesting part. A dream, you see, as it goes drifting through the night air, makes a tiny little buzzing humming sound, a sound so soft and low, it is impossible for ordinary people to hear it. But the BFG can hear it easily. His sense of hearing is absolutely fantastic. I love the intent look on my father's face when he was telling a story. His face was pale and still and distant, unconscious of everything around him. The BFG, he said, can hear the tread of a ladybug's footsteps as she walks across a leaf. He can hear the whisperings of ants as they scurry around in the soil talking to one another. He can hear the sudden shrill cry of pain a tree gives out when a woodman cuts into it with an axe. Ah, yes, my darling, there's a whole word or sound around us that we cannot hear because our ears are simply not sensitive enough. What happens when he catches the dreams, I asked. He imprisons them in glass bottles and screws the tops down tight, my father said. He has thousands of these bottles in his cave. Does he catch bad dreams as well as good ones? Yes, my father said. He catches both. But he only uses the good ones in his powders. What does he do with the bad ones? He explodes them. It is impossible to tell you how much I loved my father, When he was sitting close to me on my bunk, I would reach out and slide my hand into his. And then he would fold his long fingers around my fist, holding it tight. Now let's review the vocabulary for this lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Word number 1, stern. S-T-E-R-N, stern. Word number 2, brilliant. B-R-I-L-L-I-A-N-T, brilliant. Word number 3, twinkle. T-W-I-N-K-L-E, twinkle. Word number 4, phony. P-H-O-N-Y, phony. Word number 5, marvelous. M-A-R-V-E-L-O-U-S, marvelous. Word number 6, cereals. S-E-R-I-A-L-S, cereals. Word number 7, enormous. E-N-O-R-M-O-U-S, enormous. Word number 8, wheelbarrows. W-H-E-E-L-B-A-R-R-O-W-S, wheelbarrows. Word number 9, absolutely. A-B-S-O-L-U-T-E-L-Y, absolutely. Word number 10, unconscious. U-N-C-O-N-S-C-I-O-U-S, unconscious. Word number 11, tread. T-R-E-A-D. Word number 12, sensitive. S-E-N-S-I-T-I-V-E, sensitive. And word number 13, explodes. E-X-P-L-O-D-E-S, explodes. You should have already copied these words into your study guides in class the last time we met, and you should be working on the definitions for these words, which are also to be written into your study guides. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes Lesson 4.